It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball, 4 touchdown throws. It's the 49ers and the Cowboys on Sunday night primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's NFC Divisional Round matchup, as it'll be the Cowboys of Louisville taking on the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by one of the brightest young stars in the NFL, a 4th-year pro out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert now. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. Touchdown, 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was Kendrick Bourne who was able to cap things off with a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victor.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. A guy coming off his best season as a pro. Here's Nick Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 41 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. They run again on first down. Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
And there's an offense that didn't panic after getting down early, and with good reason. No better way to silence a home crowd than with a nice, long, sustained drive, and they were able to put one together here and finish with a touchdown run.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Running left, Achane. And some room to work. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. These two teams all tied after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Go.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Agnew now to return. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air.
Yeah.
I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
2nd and 6. To throw is Prescott. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
That thing blown up by the defensive effort of Chandler Jones.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Sort of interesting going with a draw play there. Do you like that call?
I don't, but it would be a lot more powerful coming from me if I'd said it before the play actually happened, if I'd first guessed it. But look, a draw in that situation, heavy risk reward. If he walks in, it looks like a great call, doesn't it?
Yeah, instead brings up a tough 4th down. fighting to stay upright. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Aubrey now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
On second down, here's Herbert. Looking for Ridley on the out route. He's got him. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Herbert. He'll dump this off to Achane. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Herbert has it knocked free. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I'll bet there's a big grin on the defense coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver. It looks like you're going to bump and run with him, press coverage, and then he just takes off straight for the quarterback, and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former member of the secondary, it makes you happy too, doesn't it?
I can't lie about it. I've got a big grin on my face, too. That was a heck of a play, a heck of a call.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Here's Prescott. They set up the screen to Chubb. Touchdown! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Herbert. This goes out wide from Madison. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Bourne. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Woods. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Joe Burrow, terrific in the victory, as his guys upped their mark to 4-1 now. From there, we say, so long, America. Hello, England. As we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London, where it was the Jaguars in their yearly visit who were able to come out on top. Sam Howell, terrific in the victory, as his guys upped their mark to 4-1 now. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, a rematch of the 2nd ever Super Bowl, Packers and Raiders from Las Vegas at 8:15 Eastern Time. We saw a solid first half out of the workhorse Nick Chubb. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back. Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out for the second half. Time for us to go back to Levi's Stadium, as we'll hand it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Prescott had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
And a Louisville first down.
Play action now. Prescott. That is caught by Laporta. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 24. 85 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Throwing. Prescott. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Cowboys first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. From the red zone now, Prescott. Here's Chubb, back-to-back catches for him. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Aubrey now for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. This is caught. It's Woods. Now inside the 25. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 54 yards. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number. And he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Herbert on first down now. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Achane fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Herbert now looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal.
Go.
They'll run it. Achane with it. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Devon Achane taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers, he brings out this offense. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have 2 touchdown catches. That's complete to Laporta. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. A give running right is Chubb. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The offense on 3rd down tonight can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Isaiah Foskey brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
Plays like that are why so many are excited to see what Foskey can grow into in his first few seasons. Oozes athleticism with a ton of potential, and Notre Dame certainly knows how to produce successful pass rushers.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Niners first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Another targeting catch for Robert Woods. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. That's into the hand. Now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Here's second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
Herbert back to the air. And he's got it. Touchdown 49ers. Kendrick Bourne with his second touchdown of the night. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
On the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as he'll get this up to the 39. That's to the tight end, Laporta. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. That is intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Herbert going to throw. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Herbert to throw. Got his man, it's Woods. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's brought down. Here's 1st down. Herbert. That's caught by Johnson. Touchdown, 49ers. Juwan Johnson, 44 yards. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This crowd alive again. Some were headed for the exits, but a fourth quarter comeback has tied things up as the kick is away here. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can... Oh, look at this! It's intercepted! Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Herbert. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. On 3rd down, Achane. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4 but got 3. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So Dak and the Cowboys down 31-28, a little under 40 seconds to go. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. With just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Now Dak. He's going to get this complete here to lock it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
To throw, Prescott. He hits his target, Lockett. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the 49ers who will get the football first with a chance to win it here in overtime. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one from us. Let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. So here's Louisville set to take over on offense. Now their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Now here's a throw. It's complete and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Twisting away. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 117 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. That is caught by Lamb. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal. A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. Well, a couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the 4th quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for the Cowboys, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.